Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the harmonious frequencies of the mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Kingdom Come Deliverance. Well, I'm still sorely displeased that Pribyslavitz is so horribly looted already. All the bodies gone. No good stuff. If I had known that was going to be the case, I would have looted a lot more during the battle, even with the cutscenes and all that kind of stuff. Except I noticed before in other YouTubers' playlists, other YouTubers' videos, that if you take too long in the battle, sometimes all of your folk can get killed. There's got to be people watching this chest, right? Hiding in the bushes or something, waiting for me to get into it. Alright, here we go. We should be able to take them. Yeah, it is empty. Oh. What? Oh, yep. It is a human dog. Alright, you're done for, my friend.
Yeah!
Wah!
Yeah!
Oh, wow. One clean hit, Henry. Just kill him straight up. I guess I did have my torch while I was running around the night before. What did that say? Bohemian ear spoon. Wow. An ear spoon. That sounds gross. Yeah.
What in the...
Nothing. She just gonna automatically know where we are all the time now? I feel like she will. They always do, somehow. Nothing. Oh, here she is.
What's
that? Crazy fools. Crazy fools.
Ah!
Alright. I mean, I wonder how real people would actually react to that. Somebody sneaks into their house, picks the Lux, doesn't ever take anything, and then just leaves. I mean, me personally, it would just crack me up. I wouldn't mind a bit. I heard of a case one time of a breaking and entering. They assumed it was some lady, so I'll just say she. Broke into like a child daycare place, made herself a sandwich, and then left. Like took a nap and left. And that was it. No real crime was committed or anything. Just eating a sandwich. Alright, so we passed by a grave here that's diggable. Is it outside? The walls? It is! Holy cow. Okay. Cool. It is an actual grave, though, too. There is a dude here. Doesn't have loot or anything. Nope. There's a wall there. Okay. So now that we are in town, I should probably switch over to my good clothes. My good fancy stuff. Nope. This will have to do then. Yes, I'm checking the map once again. There weren't any baths around either, were there? I was thinking there was down here somewhere. Because if I could hit up a bathhouse... That would be good. Do bathhouses have an indicator? They do, don't they? Yeah. Man. So Ujits has nothing. Nothing at all. Okay. That's good to know. Here's a trough to wash in, at least. See, I don't know if it's worth it. If I head to Talmberg, I could get a couple of bonuses, but if I get dirty on the ride back, it won't be worth it. I think it is worth it, though. Because if I get the fresh shave bonus and the alpha male bonus, if I get my clothes laundered as well, we'll get a bonus for that for a whole day or so. I think it's worth it to take a quick jaunt down to Talmberg and visit the baths before we start this quest. Because I feel like this is going to be a talkative sort of a quest. We're supposed to talk to this guy and convince him to leave. And I can't imagine we're going to be doing a lot of fighting, so I think this is more diplomatic-based sort of a quest.
My respects to you.
And also with you, Nicholas. And also with you. Oh, he has work for me, too? Okay.
Master Huntsman,
I'll ask.
Is there any work for me here?
There's always something that needs doing.
Sure.
You're that Scarlet's lad, aren't you? Sir Radzig's lackey.
Of course. I mean, yeah, I kind of am.
That'll be me.
Right. I saw you here shortly after the attack. My word, to get away from Talmberg like that, quite remarkable. It's clear you're not easily scared. So I do have a job for you.
I'm listening.
We've been having terrible problems with poachers lately.
Oh, yeah.
In Sir Divish's forests.
Really?
We've been finding gutted entrails of deer and rabbit nooses all over the place. But no sign of the bastards who put them there.
You sold me a map
you want
that
me
led
to
me
track down
straight
the
to a
poacher?
poacher's camp.
Indeed. Whatever you learn will be useful to me.
So don't tell me. Information?
Do you suspect anyone?
Well, it's hard to say, but seeing how much harm they're causing, I'd say they're no crofters looking for a Sunday roast.
Aha.
Shouldn't you be dealing with the poachers yourself?
I should, you're quite right. But when I ask the local folk anything, their mouths close up like clams. They're more scared of me than the devil.
Do you think the locals are in on it?
Well, I don't know, maybe. But even if not, they'll never talk to me. They're scared I'll dig some skeleton out of their cupboard. You know, the smaller the village, the bigger the secret.
That's right.
That's why I need an outsider to ask for me.
Okay.
I understand.
So this is a ask around sort of a quest. I'll see.
I'll try to find out something about them. Any advice about where to start?
Certainly. Ask around the village. Somebody must have seen or heard something. And it wouldn't hurt to ask in the inn in the glade, the one on the road towards Neuhof. I've heard they serve good venison, and no shortage of it.
That's clear enough.
I may or may not
As soon
have
as I hear
supplied it
anything, I'll let
myself,
you know.
but
Thanks for your help, lad.
okay. That would be funny if I'm hunting myself down. Oh, game saved. Okay, cool. Yeah, that didn't even make him mad.
See, now I knew we'd come to an agreement.
That's right. I didn't budge. I didn't budge. You tried. Sleipnir, what are you doing, buddy? It's always trying to climb a woodpile somewhere. It's really strange. Sort of a hobby for a horse. He must be a hobby horse. Margaret, tell me about your poachers.
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
If you ask me, there's some questions best left unanswered. But go and see Elena if you're determined. That old gossip will tell you all there is to know.
Okay. Elena? I wonder if she's a bathhouse maid. Because that's where I'm headed right now. Let's get going here. Is it in here? No. That's a pigsty.
I'd like that. Thank you.
What happened to my ear?
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
You see, it does the money ching sound, but no money ever passes out of my pocket.
Proper bath. And my clothes need washing.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
What are you doing?
Okay, because don't we get a special bonus for wash clothes? Don't we? Yeah, wash fragrance right here. +1 charisma. Okay. So that worked that time. I don't know if it did work last time, but I think it did.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
4 hours? Holy cow. Doesn't it normally only take about 2? Whoa, here we go. Yeah, we still have the wash fragrance. I'm gonna have to see if the bath for 2 just automatically does the washed fragrance bonus. Sleipnir, get out of that grass, buddy. Watch out for that poor lady. Okay. So I think we can switch out this guy for right now and go into Hare Hunt. Optional, find the poachers. Okay. If we head over to the inn at the Glade, too, we can go ahead and complete Old Whore's quest. This is her. This isn't Old Whore, this is Olenna.
I heard there are poachers in the woods round here.
If only if it was just poachers. It's that sorcerer Hare. He's the one who's been running amok. I said he'd be back, and I said he'd be vengeful, and I was right both times.
A sorcerer, huh?
Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
Ah, that was all years ago. He turned up here one day. No one rightly knew where from. He claimed up at the castle to be a nobleman's son, and so he got the office of Master Huntsman, and Margaret was promised him for his wife.
Oh.
Nobody could have known he was a sorcerer.
Okay.
How did it go with Margaret?
I'm not one to gossip, but she
Are
was
you
a
not?
flighty lass in her younger years. She could never make up her mind which one she wanted, the Hare or Nicholas. So in the end, fate decided for her.
What do you mean? What happened with Hare?
Oh, that was quite something. And then some on top of it. Sir Henry of Lipo was visiting here at the castle, and Hare snapped his guardsman's neck with his bare hands.
Oh, wow.
Of course, they found him out. But how do you keep a sorcerer under lock and key? You can't. That's your answer. And that Satan spawn slipped the net.
Wow.
Oh, well. Quite a wild story.
Okay. Did anyone see him?
Was he actually seen killing the guardsman?
I suppose so. Else they'd hardly know who did it, would they?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably true.
I suspect Nicholas, for sure. How'd they found out he was a sorcerer?
And how did his sorcery reveal itself?
Well, he was able to vanish into thin air in the forest right in front of folk. And I've heard it said he spoke to animals, too. Though I don't know the truth of it.
Aha.
That doesn't sound very convincing to me.
No.
That's
I do
because
the
you've
same
not
thing.
seen his marksmanship. It was natural, the things he could do with that bow of his. They say he sold his soul for the gift of it.
I see.
So he's a talented hunter, and they call him a sorcerer.
Any idea why he murdered the man?
No one knows, and most likely never will. But they say he was fully in the devil's power. There was a full moon, you see.
Wow. Okay.
There is one other thing I want to ask.
Yeah, folktale.
Has anyone actually seen this Hannikin Hare? He seems to exist only as a bogeyman to frighten naughty children.
Oh, he exists all right. But he flits around in the forest like a shadow. They won't be catching him anytime soon. But Blacksmith's Betty heard some of their goings-on in the woods.
Goings on? What's that supposed to mean?
Cavorting and raising hell. Sorcery! Hare meets up with his sorcerer's apprentices, and they feast in the clearing in the woods. In the morning, they turn into ravens and scatter. Or so she says. But you'll have to ask Betty for more. Who knows what she saw? Or what she was doing there with them.
Very well.
There you go.
I'll ask.
Okay.
Who does Hare want revenge on?
I mean, Nicholas, of course.
Master Huntsman Nicholas, of course. When the hare disappeared, Nicholas took his Margaret and the huntsman's posting.
So Nicholas came out of it well?
That one always knew how to land on his feet.
Okay, she's just gonna tell me.
Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
It's all gonna be grayed out
that
except
was all
for
years ago.
the end.
He turned up here one day. He claimed up at the castle to be a nobleman's son.
Well, I should be going. Thanks for the chat.
Not at all. I always like a good chin wag.
I could tell. Okay. So blacksmith's Betty is here. How did that work? Sleipnir, you are magical as well. Don't show these people, they'll hang us for sorcery. She's over on this other side of town. Oh man, this is not what I was expecting to do when I came here to get a shower, but that's okay. A shower, a bath. They didn't have showers, as far as I know. Okay, she's in here somewhere. I mean, there's not an actual blacksmith here, is there? Is she inside the house? Yeah, she must be.
It came from over here.
Did it? Who did?
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
Okay. Oh, can I go up the stairs, please? Yep. Come on out. Why are you called Blacksmith's Betty?
I've got a few questions about these poachers.
So ask.
Yeah, let's ask about the poaching first.
What do you make of this poaching that's been going on?
It's clear as day. Hannikin Hare's back. And putting those antlers on Nicholas's house? Well, we all know what that means, don't we? It's the sign of a cuckold, you mark my words.
Wow. Okay.
You mean to say his wife's cheating on him?
All I'm saying is she might be feeling the urge. It happens in the best of families.
Interesting.
You're the first who's certain of Hare's return. So far, I've just heard vague rumors.
Well, she's
Well,
only the
now,
second person we
I
asked.
wouldn't say I'm completely sure.
Olinus and
I suppose some
pretty
other
sure.
mischief maker could have done it. But better the devil you know. And everyone hereabouts knows Hare.
We could get her with either one. Let's go the calm way here.
You were singing a different song not long ago.
So? Why do you want to know so much, anyway?
It's nothing to you, but I'm helping Nicholas unmask that local poaching gang.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, now you know. And you also know not to keep anything from me. So, what's the story with that Hare?
I don't know what you're up to, but I'll have nothing to do with it. Nobody likes a sniffing snout, and I don't want to be taken for a gossip.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm sorry. My apologies.
All right, I understand. Curiosity always gets the better of me.
Okay.
You're the first who's certain of Hare's return. So far, I've just heard vague rumors.
Well, now, I wouldn't say I'm completely sure. I suppose some other mischief maker could have done it, but better the devil you know. And everyone hereabouts knows Hare.
Stop trying to wriggle out of it. Do you realise who I am?
Not really.
But you know who Radzig Cobbler is, right?
Of course.
I'm his right-hand man, and I'm helping the huntsman catch the poachers. So, I'm not someone you should be messing around.
All right, I'll tell you what I know.
There we go.
But promise not to tell Nicholas I said it.
Fine? Fine.
I'll do what I can, but I need to let him know what I discover. So, out with it.
It's to do with Margaret, his wife. They say it's all because of her.
Keep going.
I know full well Hare's here, because Margaret admitted as much.
Aha.
What did she tell you?
That he waited in the woods till she came by and they exchanged some words. Words was all she told me. Who knows what they actually got up to?
And what did they speak about?
I don't know. But if Nicholas knew they'd met, he'd most likely kill her.
Oh, wow.
You're sure she wasn't saying it in jest?
Oh, no. Margaret wouldn't joke about something like that.
Okay.
So what's the story between Hare and Margaret?
It was complicated. He wanted her and she wanted him too, I reckon. At least for a while. But then she hitched up with Nicholas and now she says she never had a thought of wedding Hanneken Hare.
Interesting. Interesting.
So what went on between Hare and the huntsman?
Those two? There was no love lost between them from the moment Hare arrived. And then Margaret got involved. It was a messy business.
Hmm.
Do you think Hare really killed that man?
Who knows the truth of it now? I did find it all a bit odd. Hare never was much of a hothead. But then again, no one really knew him that well. And Margaret never wanted to speak of it. Wouldn't hear a word about it.
I'll bet that Hare was framed by Nicholas.
Who's this Hanneken Hare, anyway?
Hanneken Hare? There was a time he was Master Huntsman here, and Margaret was set to be his wife.
Mm-hmm.
But then he got himself accused of murder, and fled before they could hang him. Margaret and his job both ended up going to Nicholas.
Well, you're the first who's certain of Hare's return. So far, I've just heard vague rumours.
Well, now.
I didn't know that was just going to end the conversation, but that's perfectly fine. We found out everything we needed to know from her. So we can go talk to Margaret, or I can run down to Inn of the Glade, which I'm more prone to do. Let's see.
Here's the key to the trunk.
At last. Now I have everything I need, and I'll be happy again. Thank you, lad. Come and see me tomorrow. I'll pay you everything I owe you, and a lot more.
Cool. Okay.
What will you do now?
Now I'll take what's mine. That's all you need to know. And don't worry, you'll get the reward you've earned.
Okay. We're supposed to come back and see her tomorrow. That's fine. Yep. Andrew, what do you know about poachers, my friend? Yeah.
Listen, innkeeper, I hear you have some game here from time to time.
Aye, we have dice games happening most nights.
You'd make a stuffed bird laugh. You know full well what I mean.
No? I've no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, come now, let's not lie to each other. I know very well you sell poached game here.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Do you? And how's that?
Well, first of all, I sold
seen
you
a bit
some.
of the world.
Good grief.
I know how things go.
Even so, I don't rightly understand what you're on about.
I've heard there are poachers in the area, and I'd like to join them.
Mm-hmm. Clever.
You should have said right away you're in the trade. But before I tell you anything, I'll have to put you to the test. You know, I can't send every Tom, Dick and Harry to my friends.
Sure.
Fair enough. What do you want me to do?
At the stud farm near here, there's a stable hand by the name of Jakub.
Yep.
Bastard got lucky at dice and won my favourite tankard off me.
Okay.
And what's that got to do with me?
If you'd stop interrupting, you might find out.
He's got a point
Anyway,
there.
He's so full of himself, he doesn't want to give it back. Not even for money. But he's very fond of archery.
Ah.
And I don't need to add he likes to make bets.
I'm with you. If I can win your tankard back and bring it to you, you'll know that
That you're not completely useless. That's right. So, get going. I'm thirsty, and I'll always taste it better out of my trusty old tankard.
Okay. Sheep in wolf's clothing? I like that. Okay. Let's do this one, because I also have a fondness for archery.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Oh yeah, this was the guy who was real, rude. He was a total
I
jerk.
hear you want a tankard off Andrew the innkeeper.
I did.
Hurt his arm and all
Luck
that.
was on my side. What's it to you?
I mean, I could just tell him, but I would rather do the
You
archery.
always did like that tankard. How'd you fancy testing that luck of yours and betting your tankard against my coin?
What do you have in mind?
I've heard it said you're the best archer in the region, but I'm not so sure. Care to put it to the test?
Maybe not the best, but I reckon I could beat you any day. Very well.
He doesn't...
I'll bet the tankard against your quotient. Deal?
Yeah.
Fine, let's do it.
Follow me then.
15 groschen, that's only about as much as the advanced archery, right? Yeah, 13 arrows as well. Do we already have our bow out? We do. I assume that this target is mine. Oh, wow.
My little sister can shoot better.
Okay,
You had a favorable wind.
sure.
Sacre, you could miss one or two. Sacre, you could miss one or two.
I'm not
Not
used to
bad.
this bow,
Not
that's
bad.
for sure. There we go.
Not bad. Not bad. You had a favorable wind.
Sure. Ah, I let it
You
go
had a
too far.
favorable wind. Beginner's luck.
That was right on the line there. Oh,
Beginner's luck.
pretty good. Oh,
Beginner's
a little
luck.
high. There we go.
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh yeah. I don't think there's any way that he can get 9 points and 2 arrows. It was close though. It was close. I'm not gonna try and gloat.
Damn. You're better than I expected.
Alright.
Alright, alright. Have the tankard.
Cool.
It's not like I've got much use for it.
Well, let's put our bow away. Thank you. Did we have to use our own arrows for that too? I'm pretty sure we did. That. Our reputation is even 55, so I would think it would be better, but it's okay. How about 24?
Aye, that would do it.
Okay. That's a lot of cash. Ah, Sleipnir, how do you look with your new saddle? Look at him. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at all the saddlebags, too. And you're a good-looking horse now. Holy cow. Oh.
I brought you back your tankard.
Ah, so you're not completely useless. Lukash will be happy to see what handy people I'm sending him.
I suppose this Lukesh is your poacher friend.
Now then, poacher's not a very nice word. I'll call him more a man who knows a good opportunity when he sees one.
I see.
Opportunist.
And where can I find this opportunistic friend
There
of
you go.
yours?
He lives on the hill to the north of the castle, in a small hut. If you're planning to talk to him, make sure you tell him I sent you.
I won't forget. Thanks.
I'm the one who should thank you. I'm looking forward to putting my lips to the old love of mine.
Alright. Cool. So we know where Lukash lives now. Let's go ahead and go talk to old Margaret. Okay, so, yeah.
I'd like to ask you about Hannikin Hare.
I'm sorry, but I really don't want to talk about that.
Well, you're the only one who I have left to talk to.
The thing is, every time I spoke to someone about Hare, they always ended up talking about you.
But I don't.
You aren't to blame for anything, is that it? Well, I am willing to believe you, but you do know more than you're telling, and I need to hear it.
I'm not saying a word, you rat. It's none of your bloody business.
How do I keep failing these?
That'll do me. I'd like to ask you about Hannikin Hare.
I'm sorry, but I really don't want to talk about that.
That'll do me.
Okay. Yeah, it says that I can talk to her still, but, it's not gonna work. How do I keep failing those, tests where I have the higher stat than them? That's what I want to know. It was my only option, too. Man. It was 2 seconds ago, but I can't remember what the other dialogue option was. I don't think it was anything that would have led to a discovery, though. Man. But okay, that's going to be it for this episode. If you want to catch the next one, be sure to subscribe. Consider supporting my channel through the Patreon link down in the video description. And feel free to check out any of my other videos or playlists you might be interested in. I thank you so much for all the time you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.